question that I get asked all the time on WAC and especially on all my different social media handles. If you haven't joined me already, then it's Freesia for Twitter. Instagram as well is just Freesia, F-R-E-I-S-H-I-A. A lot of people also ask me how I pronounce my name. And on Facebook, it's Freesia B. Now, it's really difficult for me to answer a question like this because how do I know what your personality type is? Or how do I know what it is that you really want out of life? But this is something that everybody has faced at some point in their life. How do you know what your passion or your calling is? A lot of you are going to have to make a very big life decision in the next couple of months. So I wanted to do this video now, not just before everybody graduates, so that you have a little bit of time to think about it, mull over it, see the little points that I've put together, and hopefully I will be of some help to you. I read this amazing article by Mark Manson and everything that he said really resonated with me. By the way, I've put the link to the article in the description below so you can read the entire thing. It's quite a funny read as well. And Mark Manson goes on to say that that is the whole beep point. Life is also about not knowing and then figuring it out for yourself. There is also a little bit of joy and fun in that process. It's not about having a lack of passion for something. The problem lies in acceptance, it lies in perception, it lies in what your priorities are, and it also lies in the fact of getting up and doing something about it. So I'm going to take all these points, I'm going to break it down for you on the WAC today. I've also taken another article that I read in Forbes, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. If your calling comes to you immediately, then woohoo! Good for you. But sometimes I think it also helps to try different hobbies, skills, vocations on the side. And then once you've gone around, shopped a little bit, sampled everything, then you'll find out which flavor works for you. We tend to focus a lot only on the future, and if one thing that I have learned from all the research that I have ever done in life is that don't only be focused on the future. We become adults 1 hour at a time. Also try and think about what needs to be done today instead of like 15 years later. Say yes to the things that intrigue you. Say yes to the things that are delightful for you and no to the things that you find boring, because even if money is a driving factor, at some point the boredom is definitely going to take over. Try and find a problem that needs to be solved. There are many issues that exist in the world today, and if you are a solution provider to those issues, trust me, you're going to be ahead of the game and someone that is doing something very unique. So when I was growing up and everybody asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to win an Oscar. Yeah, that's all that I wanted to do. Life does not go according to plan. These plans are only things that are in your head. If things go a little off track, it's okay, because that's probably where the universe is taking you. So your parents want you to do something, your boss expects something else out of you, your friends think that you should be doing something else, and society as a whole has these certain expectations out of you. That's a lot of people's needs and expectations that you feel like you need to fulfill. But at night, you're the one that needs to sleep well. So only do what you want to do. Sometimes it's fun also not to focus only on one skill. You may have a skill that you're very good at, but even a mashup of various skills could make you discover something completely new about yourself. Like, once I got on stage and I started emceeing, then I also realized that I could extend that talent to television and YouTube. Who's got your back? Always remember that you are the average of the 5 people that you actually hang out with. These are the kind of personality traits of the people that I want on my team. We've all heard that cliche that happiness and satisfaction has more to do with love and purpose than with the rupees that you get to calculate. After all, when you die, you're not going to take everything to your grave. But this, I think, is something that only older people, people who have lived that little span of life, will realize. So turn to the elderly for advice, because trust me, they've been there and done that and finally accepted it. Don't be so hard on yourself if you change your mind. You're allowed to change your mind at any point in life. At that point, you might be thinking, oh no, why am I such a confused human being? You're not. you also need to understand that as time flies by, so much technology and so many options will keep coming in. So hey, variety is after all the spice of life. A good soundboard is always helpful. So you also want to have maybe a friend or someone in the family that you can turn to who doesn't just nod their head and say, yeah, that's nice, but gives you some kind of valuable input. Think long term. Just because that can also help you see what's actually important and in the long term what might turn out to be silly. It's very easy to put a lot of pressure on yourself, and everybody wants to be the best. But I have to honestly tell you that very few people are the best in the world at anything. As long as you're giving it your best, I think that's good enough. At some point, a lot of people are going to look at you and sneer and be like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm sure he or she is going to get bored of it very soon. But try and be authentically cool. When I started WAC, a lot of people were like, what the heck are you doing? But I think I'm in a pretty good place right now. And finally, there are no right answers. There are thousands of viable options out there. Just be realistic about it, yourself, your personality, and you definitely will find the right balance. So it's all about finding that perfect balance. And you know what? It's okay if the answer doesn't come immediately to you. I know a lot of successful people who found their calling even at the age of 40. It's all right. Take a deep breath. It will happen ultimately. WAC happened to me at such a late point in my career, but I also think that it happened at the right time. So you have to also say, okay, good things happen to those who wait. That's it from me on the WAC today. Oh yeah, I've also, when I was researching for this entire topic, I found a really fun quiz, and I took the quiz obviously just to check out if it was legit or not. And it did come up with some very interesting ideas and concepts, and it actually did manage to focus on the right things in my personality. So check it out. I've also put that in the description below. I'm going to catch you guys again very soon. Till then, don't forget to like this video, share this video with all your friends, because trust me, you're going to be helping a lot of people sort out a lot of questions that they're already asking in their head. And don't forget to subscribe and help increase the tribe. Catch you again soon. Ciao.